Hello, beautiful and magnificent beings. Welcome to this week's Oracle and Tarot reading. Let's see what messages the universe has for pile number 1. And for our first card, we have flexibility with the tiger in the center here. You can see the trees and the plants are kind of bending. Flexibility. Also, you might need a little work on your solar plexus. I'm hearing courageous, powerful, so some of you need to be reminded of the power that you have within you, connecting to the energy of the big cats. This has been coming through a lot for me lately in my readings, well, the readings that I have done in the past. Big cat energy keeps coming up. So for some of you, I'm hearing lion stone, tiger eye, meditating, connecting with those animal spirits is the first half of the message. The second half of the message is about being a little more flexible in your life right now. I'm hearing some of you are being very rigid. Some of you are really taking on a lot right now. You're in control of something, but it's a bit overwhelming. It's a bit too much. Like, you don't need to be quite so stern, so staunch, and ruling with an iron fist. Whatever this is, whether it's dealing with like a friendship, a family ship, if this is work related, what is needed is flexibility, allowing, perhaps listening to this person, seeing things from their perspective instead of just your own. Sometimes we can get stuck in that pattern and we're a little myopic and we see things a certain way, our way, and it isn't always true. Just because we hear it in our mind or think it doesn't mean it's the actual truth. So this is a time for you to be more flexible, to be more open, to be more compassionate towards others. And I'm not saying by any means that you're being, like a ruthless dictator, controlling, manipulating, or anything like that. But you're just a little not shut off, you're a little closed off. Maybe stuck in some looping thoughts and patterns, but whatever it is you're thinking right now isn't the full truth or the actual truth. So just, again, being more compassionate, being more open, and listening to those around you, and also the guidance that's coming through for you. Okay, and the next message, Golden Palace, number 23. Okay, Golden Palace. Okay, immediately I'm hearing the word protection, protective. There's something, maybe that's why you're not being as flexible. Maybe you feel like you're about to lose something, or if you take the risk, you're going to lose something, but that's not the case. Maybe, again, I'm hearing business come up, like something that's taken you a really long time to build up, and you feel very protective of this, which is understandable. When we spend a lot of time and effort and work, we tend to be a little protective. We don't want to see it torn down. But again, whatever this is, I'm hearing it's not something you're going to lose. You're going to benefit. Again, being more flexible into what is trying to come to you, whether it's guidance from the universe or other people. This is going to raise the platform, is what I'm hearing. It's going to elevate you more to where you've actually been trying to get and want to be. The Golden Palace. This could actually have something to do with a living situation, perhaps someplace you're moving. 4:22 on the clock timer. So whatever this Golden Palace represents to you, it's just in reach, but you need to just relax a little bit and allow things to work, to function naturally and flow in alignment with the universe. Okay, and we have open up, and this is from the Practical Self-Care. Open up. You're being asked to open your heart to another. Let down your walls and trust that they want what's best for you. Your life will open up in wonderful ways once you've decided to open up. Okay, so again, this is reflecting that message about being flexible, trusting the process, listening to new ideas, advice, recommendations. Again, this could reflect a relationship of some sort. It could be business relationship, business relationship, friendship, romantic. It could be marriage or some type of proposal. Something is trying to come through. That's the overall message so far that keeps coming through. There are messages that the universe wants you to be more aware of, to be more open to. And let's see, we have intuition and downloads. Okay, so I was just saying about being more connected with the universe. The universe is trying to bring information into you. It could be coming in a spiritual way. You're very receptive when it comes to the divine connection. Your intuition in general, that's something that you've come to trust and draw on. So some of this information will be coming to you that way. Some type of download, some type of activation, and you could be receiving it in these ways. I mean, we receive activations and downloads in so many ways. Sometimes we don't even realize when we're receiving it. It could come through a message, again, listening to someone, being more open, flexible, just allowing that divine connection. So I feel like you need to just kind of step back, take a breath, go outside, shift your energy. You definitely need to clear and shift your energy right now. Change up, let go, release, clear, cancel, delete. Okay, so some messages are coming in, some information is coming in for you that you need to be aware of and pay attention. And the first tarot we have, balance, yes. Third eye, again, look at that. These last card in this card is talking about your intuition, your balance, your connection, your third eye. Two of Pentacles, balance, resourcefulness, ups and downs, adaptability, flexibility coming through again, juggling life, juggling money, transferring money, profit and loss, income, outgoings, financial decisions, financial stress, and partnership. Okay, so business coming in again for some of you. And in this, I feel like it's a message reminding you where you're very stern here again. You don't want to budge, you don't want to move, you're trying to stay still, you're trying to hold on to something. And that's just not how life works, regardless of whether it's something we enjoy or don't enjoy. Everything comes and goes. That's what I feel like is going on here. You need to remember, think about that. You're out of balance because you're trying to hold instead of allowing that natural flow. Things come and go, things go up and down. We have no control over this. No matter how much you might try to fight it, eventually it will happen. But if you're willing to go with the flow, it'll work out in a more productive way for you. So again, balancing your energy, clearing, resetting your energy, thinking about past experiences, remembering the ups and downs, the ebb and flow, how things were up and then they go down. That's just a natural rhythm of cycles. And when we learn how to go with that flow, how to allow, everything always works out the best for us. I'm also hearing, let me see, the Kabbalion. I'm sure most of you have heard of the Kabbalion, maybe listening to that book or watching videos for rhythm and cycles. That is going to be very helpful for you. I recently came across a channel called Library of Thoth, and they're short videos based on that. And I tell you, for years I have read on and off the Kabbalion, and it was very difficult to understand, but sometimes you just, when you're ready, the information will hit you in, like an epiphany. Like there's so much information in these videos I already knew, but it was spoken differently in a way that I better understood it. I also received amazing activations when I watched that channel, and I started using those videos to reprogram myself, and it has helped me in amazing ways. So check out the channel Library of Thoth and the rhythm and cycles they talk about. I think it'll really help you. And the next tarot, number 15, root chakra, the devil. I am not a puppet. Addiction, depression, mental health issues, ego, secrecy, obsession, cheating, dependency, bondage, materialism, sexuality, powerlessness, hopelessness, abuse, violence, assault, finding it hard to let go, the power of negative thinking. Okay, so I do definitely feel like some of this is past experiences, but also some of this is kind of going on with you. You need to ground again, coming in, shifting that energy, changing your mental state of being. Letting go of power doesn't mean being flexible does not mean giving up or letting go. 11:11 on the clock timer. I lost my train of thought, sorry. So this could be part of the reason. Also, you might be having difficulty, past experiences that you've had with somebody, and it's triggering you, and you're thinking that, you know, if you go down that path, it's going to happen again. But that's not the case. You just need to do a little work in that area, clear those triggers out so you can move forward in a healthy way. Clear your energy, ground, go outside, take a break, get away from it. You know, shift, allow, meditate, call for guidance. And the last tarot, we have number 18, third eye, again, coming through for you. Okay, so that tells me you're very powerful in connecting with that divine energy. Maybe you're a little blocked right now, I feel, that you are thinking more with your mind than in your heart, or trusting your intuition to guide you, which has never failed you. The path may not be clear, but my intuition lights the way, one step at a time. The moon, yes. Okay, you are being guided. You're being reminded again that you're being guided. Intuition, illusion, dreams, vagueness, stability, deception, anxiety, fear, misconception, subconscious, insecurity, past conditioning, we were just talking about that, effects, present behavior, things are not what they seem. Okay, that is the very first message that came in with this card. Remember when I was saying the message immediately came through was saying a part of the reason you're not being flexible, you're not listening to other people, you're not trusting your intuition, things are not what they seem, you feel like you have to hold on and think a certain way to get what you want, but that's not the case. 13:13 on the clock timer. You just need a little break, a little rest, a little clearing, maybe talking to someone that you trust, getting some advice from that mentor. Okay, and let's see what your last three cards are. We have, the only illusion is separation, chakra balance, unity, okay? Blue lace agate, amethyst, new jade. Unity, you don't have to do this alone. I feel, again, that's part of the problem, because up here where you're not being flexible, you're trying to run and control things. Unity is the answer. It's come through in every card. Trusting your intuition, resetting your energy, listening to the people that you love and trust, your friends, your mentors, the people you work with. This is where a lot of the information is trying to come in for you, but you're not listening, you're just pushing it away. And you know, once you step away and get better footing and just change your mind, change the thoughts, kind of do a reset, you'll see the truth in this, and it'll be easier when you come back to listen to the messages that the people are trying to relay to you. Fertility, sacral, peach moon stone. Let your life burst forth from the seeds of creation. Yes, 14:41 on the clock timer. Okay, new seeds, or seeds of creation, new ideas. This, you know, we can't receive new information when we're not allowing it. So being open again, confirming the messages, listening to the universe, your friends, your co-workers, however the message is trying to come through. You might hear it in a song, you might hear the message through a movie or video, you might overhear a conversation that has a message for you in it. So remembering the creativity, where that comes from, remember in the past how you've created, and get in touch with that feeling, that emotion, that allowing. And crown chakra, I love that came in on third eye and intuition. Let me see, tourmalated quartz. Oneness, you are part of the universe and always will be. So this is a second time you are being reminded that you are not alone. Here it was talking about unity, working together as a whole. 15:51 on the clock timer. Odd numbers today. 15:55 on the clock timer. So those are numbers for you with information and messages. That's just part of this reading coming through for you. Connecting to the divine. Grounding is the best thing for you. I keep hearing over and over, reset, reset, reset your energy. So do something that completely resets it. Immediately I'm hearing somatic breathing. I've mentioned this before. Oh my God, it is so incredibly powerful. I've never experienced meditation like this before, or that type of breathing. If you can do it for at least 15 minutes or longer. I think the last time I did it, halfway through, I literally passed out. Like, it was so powerful, it knocked my ass out. I woke up like 15, 20 minutes later and I was like, oh my God, what happened? I didn't even remember falling asleep, but I felt so incredible. Like nothing, I've never come across anything that will reset your energy, your feelings, your emotions, your thoughts. It's just, it reminded me a little bit of like a mushroom experience, if you've ever done shrooms. And once the effects wear off and the next day you're just like, wow, I feel like a completely different person. It's like a huge reset. So this is something else that will help connect you again to everything that's going on around you, the energy, the field, you know, the messages, the information that's coming through trying to support you. So those are your messages for the week. I hope they are helpful. Good luck on your path. Highest blessings and infinite gratitude. Sat Nam. Hello, beautiful and magnificent beings. Welcome to this week's Oracle and Tarot reading. Let's see what messages the universe has for pile number 2. And your card is Purity. We have this beautiful white wolf with, look at those 2 different colored eyes. We have a beautiful snowy forest. White is often seen as a pure color. You think of somebody, purity, you see old movies representing virgins, they always had them dressed in white. So for this Purity card, I'm also hearing simplicity. Some of you, I'm hearing it's time to make your life a little more simplistic, basically. Purity, clearing out. I think some of you are really overwhelmed. You have a lot going on. I'm also hearing home, clearing your home, redesigning, remodeling, doing something to change the energy. Also just clearing out in general, clearing out, starting with the home, things that you're no longer using, things, you know, piles in the corner that are cluttering, you know, that blocks free-flowing energy, and donating to a shelter or the Salvation Army, someplace like that, giving to the homeless, getting rid of these things. You've accumulated a lot of stuff that you're not using, and again, that's blocking a healthy flow of energy. So doing some type of energy clearing, as well as moving all that stuff out, maybe doing some feng shui. If you have a crystal bowl or Tibetan bowl, walking through, banging that bowl, gonging it to clear the energy, doing some sage or Palo Santo, whatever resonates with you. And once you clear the home, for some of you I'm hearing office, this could be a major overhaul for your life in general, but whoever you are, you know, I'm hearing you know what needs to be cleared, what needs to be changed, and just more simplistic. You know, there's so much emphasis in the media constantly, you need this, you need that, you gotta buy this, buy that, and people just go nuts buying stuff, and it just clutters up and they don't even use it. So this is about getting back to, I'm hearing getting back to nature, a more natural way of living and natural flow. Not necessarily, what is it I'm trying to think of right now? I can't think of the word, but it was really huge a few years ago. There was some books written on it where basically minimalism, people who are living that, you know, to me that is just crazy. If it works for you, great. Maybe you want to try it and just see. There was actually a funny episode of The Family Guy where Lois bought that book and she just went crazy with it and ended up eventually everything in her house, including her kids and her husband, got thrown out because she was so obsessed, and then she realized how unhealthy it was. So just not going crazy. Like I've seen some people on YouTube years ago, I remember thinking how it was just a little over the top and extreme, but it had some good ideas behind it. It's just other people that went bizarre. So not to that extreme, but you know, just making your life more simplistic. This could also have to do with people. You know, spending more time with the people that make a difference, 22:33 on the clock timer, clearing out your friends, spending less time or no time with those who are not adding to your life, maybe switching jobs, wherever it is that your life is cluttered and needs to be cleared out. Again, the message I'm hearing is you know where that area is. It's not like you're confused and where do I start? You know. And look at that, a white swan, stillness. Okay, and I'm trying to see if that's a rock or water. It's difficult. It looks like also there's the Aurora Borealis, but I think that's interesting that two white animals came up. And stillness, take time to, I'm hearing take a break before you start this task. Settle down, relax, calm your mind. Some of you, it's going to be a big task, so you might need to take notes, figure out where you want to start first and go from there so it's not so overwhelming, maybe even asking for help. But also, once this is done, along with purity and clarity and simplicity, stillness, this is going to bring more peace and calm into your life. You're going to feel better. And especially when this has to do with the home, it's like when we're out in the world and we're dealing with people and things, and it's just, the one place we want to go and feel our best is home. You know, we want our home to be that sanctuary. Even if you only have one room in a house, you know, you want that room to feel safe and comfortable, and, you know, your, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, it's sanctuary. So this is going to help bring more stillness, peace, and calm into your life, which, you know, tells me a lot of you, this is something that you need. You've been going full force for a while. And deep freeze. And again, snow, though that's a lion, not a wolf, but deep freeze. And the lion is just kind of lying there, frozen, sleeping. It reminds me of the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. So deep freeze, I feel like some of you have been stuck for a while, that this is something, again, this has come through already when we were up here. Like this has been going on for a while, and you just need an overall break. You may have felt frozen, like you can't move, and it's difficult, and I feel like that's where stillness up here, it was talking about possibly making a list or asking someone for help, trying to figure out exactly the next move, how you want to do things. Because we can feel paralyzed, we feel overwhelmed. You know, sometimes it just gets on top of us. We're just like, oh my God, how'd this happen? How'd I get here? And it can feel difficult to move. You don't know, again, which way to go, where to start. So ask for help if you need it. And we have take a step back. How funny. Take a step back, stillness. Take a look at the big picture. For those of you especially that plan ahead, remind yourself of your future plans, okay? Take a step back, look at the future, remember the plans you had. Maybe that's why you feel frozen, you somehow got sidetracked and from moving forward in the direction that you wanted to go or the things that you were working on. You've lost sight of them. So this angel card is saying step back and look at the energy swirling there. I kind of feel like this is a blessing card as well for some reason. I don't usually get a reading like that off these cards, but I feel like you're being blessed with something right now. I mean, this situation itself can be seen as a blessing. Everything can be seen as a blessing, no matter whether we enjoy it or not. I see that, there's always something in everything, something to be gained and learned. And so I feel like this is a blessing for you to step back, to relax, get your bearings, remember your future plans or the things that you were working on so you can get started on that again. And once you start clearing out and making space, it's going to start moving again. It's going to feel amazing. I feel like a lot of you energetically are very clogged up right now. Root chakra, intuition. Intuition came out quite a bit in the first pile as well. Pisces, Page of Cups, love, comfort, kindness, intuition, good idea, sensitive, thoughtful, introverted, cooperative, quite dreamy, imaginative, psychic, emotional, or dependent youth, someone interested in learning about emotional issues. Okay, so let me see what I'm getting here. I feel like this is more of who you were before. Like you've kind of gotten away from some of this. I mean, it's still there. It's not that you have lost it or changed. It's just kind of buried under. Again, with that frozen feeling, that feeling stuck. You're going to, with intuition and with taking a step back, you're going to reconnect to your divine essence, the power within you that you haven't been connecting with or trusting or going with your intuition as much as you used to. So grounding yourself, settling, energy shifting is going to really help. Always being outside, even if you only go outside for 5-10 minutes a day, what a difference it makes. Feel that sun on your skin, put your feet on the earth, put your hands up and feel the wind, the air blowing. I like holding my hands up to the sun and just feeling that, it activates my hands, my palms. And it's very healing and clearing. But that's just me. It might be something different for you. But reconnecting to your values, your gifts, the joy, the passion within you, your intuition, the dreamy part of you that helped you create that future plan. Okay, and we have throat chakra, rest, again, rest, stillness, take a step back. So this is, taking a break before you start and also taking a break and just relaxing and appreciating everything that you did once the process is finished. Four of Swords, fear, anxiety, stress, feeling overwhelmed, mental overload, need solitude, relaxation, rest, and peace. Yes. Quiet sanctuary, meditation, regrouping, healing, hospitalization, introspection, planning for the future. And it came out under deep freeze. So yes, this is what you've been going through, how you've been feeling. And I feel like some of you have been in this process for so long, this has started to become normal and natural. And this is not normal, living in fear and anxiety and stress, and it's going to cause health issues. So coming back to your nature, who you are, relaxation. You don't want to be hospitalized, or maybe you've been dealing with someone in the hospital and that has been stress and worry. Speaking out loud, speaking your truth, you need to get some rest and calm, and again, settling, clearing things out that need to be taken care of. Simplifying your life is going to help you feel so much better. It's doing some meditation, letting go of these things that are overwhelming. And the last tarot we have, third eye, foresight, 3 of Wands. Travel, moving forward, or moving abroad. That's moving forward too, I guess. Foreign land, foresight, forward planning, moving forward, self-confidence, self-belief, freedom, success, happy, yes, with choices, outcome, hard work paying off, experiencing life. Okay, so this is what you're getting back to. This is where you were before all of this happened. And as you start to do the work, the energy, the movement starts shifting immediately. You start to feel better. You start remembering these feelings and how good it felt to feel that way. And it just becomes effortless, and you're so happy and excited to let all that go. The energy is moving. The wheel is turning. And this might, where it's talking about rest, this also might be traveling. This could be a vacation for you. This could have something to do with work, but some of you might be taking a little vacation or going to another state or country, resting, or maybe preparing, thinking about moving. Maybe it's time to move somewhere new. But everything is starting to happen and work out for you. It's going to be fun and joyful like it should be, successful, happy, everything. You know, hard work always pays off. Experiencing life in the way that you truly desire. And let's see what our last 3 cards. We have connection, heart, green ocean jasper. Father divine and Mother Earth, make love in your heart. Okay, so I feel like this is as above, so below, and you are Middle Earth. For all of you Lord of the Rings fans. Remember, you are connected. What you speak, what you feel in your heart, this is what you are creating around you. Those emotions, the more charged they are, the stronger signal you're sending out, the more quickly things happen around you, whether it's something you want or something you really didn't want to happen. But reminding you're connecting to Mother Earth, you have the divine consciousness coming through. You are the rainbow bridge. You are powerful, and do that heart chakra work through our heart. It's one of the most powerful ways that we make things happen. Foundation, root chakra, hematite. Foundation is what the castle of your soul is built upon. Okay, so this is exactly what you're doing. You're rebuilding your foundation by the purity, with the simplicity, the stillness, coming out of the deep freeze, by grounding, getting back to the things that you love, doing what you really want to do, moving forward. And crown chakra, meditation. To see more clearly, close your eyes, howlite. And I love that it came out under the purple angel, so the colors are almost identical. Meditation, yes, your intuition. Didn't it say intuition? And also, yeah, intuition here, foresight, third eye on crown. So you're reconnecting, reestablishing that energy, trusting the process, trusting your innate abilities. You're no longer frozen. You're coming out of that into the sunshine, the warmth, the happiness, like it's talking about here, enjoying living life, traveling, foresight, planning, moving forward with confidence. Beautiful. So those are your messages for the week. I hope they are helpful. Good luck on your path. Highest blessings and infinite gratitude. Sat Nam. Hello, beautiful and magnificent beings. Welcome to this week's Oracle and Tarot reading. Let's see what messages the universe has for pile number 3. And we have power. And we can see the dark clouds with the lightning coming through. Right away, I'm hearing reconnecting to your power, reminding you how powerful you are. Sometimes we can forget, especially if we're being influenced by people or things. Sometimes it can trigger old memories that make us feel that we are powerless or unable to do something, which is absolutely not true. Power. I'm also hearing activations. Some sort of a download is going to come in if it hasn't already started. Experiencing some sort of awakening, acknowledgement, understanding or seeing something that was, perhaps you understood it before, but now it's that epiphany. It's something, I'm also hearing serendipitous. So some kind of message is coming to you. So just be aware of that. However you normally receive messages, but also it could be in a completely new or different way. Maybe it'll reveal itself throughout the reading. 17, ghost lands. And you can see how this clock has been frozen. The hand is not moving. And also 7 and 1, 8, abundance, or also infinity. Okay, so I feel like maybe this is, you've been stuck for a while. Ghost lands. Something about a dark place. You've just kind of been laying low, I'm hearing. I'm not sure what that means. Fearful. What else am I hearing? Movement needs to happen. And interesting too, how that's dark. They're both dark cards with white coming in. So you can't have light without dark and vice versa. So again, I feel like some type of message, some divine activation. The light is trying to come in to you. It's trying to reach you through the darkness. It wants you to know that you're not alone, not to be fearful. Everything's going to be okay. You don't have to live like a ghost. You don't have to hide. You don't have to feel shame or embarrassed, whatever that means. I'm not getting anything specific on that. Very unusual messages coming through today. See what else wants to come through. Time to move, time to go forward, time to get on with your life. F, being nice. Be nice, but not too nice. Not everyone deserves your kindness. Okay, so I feel like some of you have been hurt. You feel like your power was taken away, which, you know, often when we're hurt, we do feel powerless. We're vulnerable. So I feel like some sort of relationship, something, look at her mouth has an X over it. Her eyes are closed. She's been silenced. Ghost lands. To me, ghost lands would be a very quiet place as well. You've been hiding. That maybe that's why you have been avoiding people or going out or something. You've been hurt in some way. So the universe is reminding you, not everyone deserves your attention. This is something I've had to learn the hard way many times over the years before I finally got a clue and started trusting my intuition, which doesn't mean, you know, you have to be rude. You know, we can be nice to everybody, but depending on that person, you know, you have to learn how much to give, how much to hold back. You know, you need to protect yourself. Not everyone, again, deserves your full attention. Save it for those who do. And we have raise your vibration. Look at that fire and that angels connecting up to the heavens. You can see the light coming through, the power. So I feel like heart chakra and solar plexus, especially solar plexus, needs a lot of work. It's time to recharge your body, your mind. however you used to do that, maybe even trying something new, whatever it is that charges you up, that makes you feel good, get that spark lit up again. I feel like you have just a little pilot light right now, and you need to explode, light that fire up, that flame. And number 2, third eye. My inner knowledge is my best guide in all. Yes. So maybe you knew this and you ignored it. Maybe there were some red flags, but for whatever reason you thought, I think I can handle this, or maybe if I do this, it'll work out differently, which, wishful thinking, mystery, intuition, inner knowing, self-trust, spiritual insight, emotional stability, divination, esoteric wisdom, knowledge, things yet to be revealed, spirit guides, discovering your truth. Okay, again, where I was talking about up here with some sort of messages coming through, or an activation, some type of divine, I would say interference, divine interference, but in a good way. Like the universe is bringing something special to you. And I feel like you are a very spiritually minded, active person normally. You're very connected with the universe, with the animals, the plants, more so than people. Like I feel you might be a little withdrawn normally, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I feel like you're someone that might connect more with animals and being out in nature more so than people, which is very understandable. And the universe wants you to get back to that, to connect to that even more, because that is one of your superpowers. That's what lights you up and gets you moving, makes you feel love and loved, and you're just so giving that way. And sometimes you forget that you can't always be that way with people. The High Priestess. And we have throat chakra, apathy, 4 of Cups. Regret, refusing offers, missed opportunities, stagnation, delusion, focusing on the negative, self-absorption, depression, boredom, nostalgia, frustration, weariness, meditation, daydreaming, fantasizing, okay? Thinking about the past, wishing you had done something different, thinking if you had done something different it would have turned out better. But I'm getting that is not the case. You didn't do anything wrong. This is not your fault. Someone took advantage of you and your good heart. And now, you've just been living, again, the ghost land. The universe is trying to bring you back into your power. There's a lot of good work for you. The universe needs you, a lot of good work for you to do. And the universe needs you. So, snapping out of, coming out of, I feel, again, that's why this is reminding you, this is who you are. This is how you were before your heart was broken. And this is how you've been living. You've just felt terrible and maybe blaming yourself, thinking that something was your fault. And it's time to let all of that go. There's been missed opportunities. Like I feel people and the universe itself has been trying to get through to you, to offer something to you, but you have been ignoring it or turning it down for some reason. Because look, you can see the 3 cups and a hand holding a cup, but you're just sitting there with your arms folded like, no, I don't want it. But the universe is saying, yes, take it, take it. It's time to wake up. It's time to come back to your true nature, to that beautiful soul that you are. Inspiration, crown chakra. Okay, crown chakra came up quite a bit in all 3 readings. Very interesting. Ace of Wands, new beginnings, good news, physically starting something, creative spark, under the spark. I love it. Finding new passion, enthusiasm, urgency, accepting a challenge, potential, talent, growth, action, travel, excitement, getting in the game. Yes, it's time. You're coming back to you. You've just been your mind, you've been so scattered and avoiding and just trying to lay low and stay away from people. And again, the universe, some sort of message and activation or healing is coming in for you, reminding you who you are. It's time to get on with your life. Nothing was your fault. It wasn't, your problem to deal with. It was whoever, whatever that thing was. You were just a little too trusting, that's all. But now it's time for a new beginning. It's time to live your joy, your laughter, your enthusiasm. You're very special. You have gifts that affect people in a way that no other can. Maybe you're doing work on the grids on the earth right now, but whatever it is that you offer is very special, and the universe needs you to get back in the game, to get back out there and do your good work. Okay, let's see what your last 3 messages. Look at that crown chakra again. Calmness. To calm your monkey mind, do not feed the animal. And that is Rainbow Moonstone. And I feel like this is a little bit of reflecting here again, where it was talking about how you've been in depression and focusing on the negative, nostalgic, thinking about all the past. This is saying, let it go. Don't feed the monkey mind. Ground yourself. Get back out. Do what you love. Get out into nature. And we have trust, third eye again. Tourmaline. Trust your intuition. It is in contact with a higher source of knowledge. Okay, so many messages coming through for you about the divine, trying to reach out to you, not just your guides, but specifically source, depending on what you believe in. I mean, I believe we have all these helpers and guides, and but there's also, I see, main source, creator. And from what I'm getting in all these messages is the divine source reaching out to you, trying to snap you out of it, awaken you. It's also trying to give you some sort of a gift. That came through twice, an activation, a healing, excuse me, higher knowledge. Something is coming through for you, or about to come through. It might have already started. And the last message, throat chakra. Throat chakra coming through here twice too. Amazonite. Creativity. Use creativity to transform your pain into positivity. Okay, creativity, doing what you love, starting something new. I was talking about that here with new beginnings. Doing what you love. Start with something simple. If you feel like you can't move, if you still feel like you're in ghost land or you're frozen, start with something simple. Take baby steps and get moving. But creativity, again, you're a very expressive, creative person. I feel like, this is the way you create. Again, where I was saying over here about how you come across as a very deeply spiritual and connected person in a way that most people aren't. I feel like through your creativity, whatever it is you do that you love, you have that divine direct connection in a different way than most people, and like it just flows through you. Like you don't even have to think about what you're creating so much. It's just like a natural ability that happens for you. So reconnecting to that in a very powerful way is going to really help shift and move you through all of this. Okay, so those are your messages for the week. I hope they are helpful. Good luck on your path, highest blessings, and infinite gratitude. Sat Nam.